Today I'm in Chesterfield at CBE Plus, a company that's recently taken delivery of their first 5-axis machine. This is a U630 from White House Machine Tools. It's a spinner machine. We're going to find out a little bit about the machine, but more importantly the application that they're actually machining on this and the need for this style of machine. I'm with Terry Turner from White House. Now Terry, you cover this territory. You were, I guess, involved in this sale completely. Yeah. Why did they buy? What was the need for them? What problems did you solve for this customer to start with?
Well, when we first started talking to CBE Plus, it became apparent that they have some great capacity with vertical milling, with horizontal milling and with turning, but their next thing really needed to be a 5-axis solution. So there was an immediate requirement for an aluminium application for production, but that was only to take them so far. There was a lot where we needed to think about flexibility of a machine and covering a lot of bases in terms of different applications, different materials, and really taking them on their first step of their 5-axis journey.
And it's fair to say it wasn't just the machine, there was a lot of considered engineering that went into this project. And I'm going to pick up one of the parts now, which Terry's going to talk us through, because this is quite an interesting part, because this as a component would have needed 8 setups, I believe, before it came to being done on this machine.
Yeah, absolutely. So we spoke before about the capacity that CBE Plus have in terms of vertical and horizontal milling. With that, with a component like this before, they would have had to run, say, 8 different setups, which is fixturing on machines, different operations, different challenges with accuracy. On here, what they can do is fixture that in a way that allows them to hit quite a lot of it in one operation.
Which was all part of your partnership. This is what White House Machine Tools do. The spinner machine, we'll find out more about the detail on the actual U630 shortly, but you guys were very much involved in the development of not just this, but other parts to give them, I guess, the best solution, because this is made in about 2 hours now in 2 ops, where, can you imagine going, 8 different operations?
It's a lot of challenges with maintaining accuracy, with maintaining control when you're doing something like this across multiple machines. On here we can control it all in one, we can look after all the feature relationships, and it just makes for an easy production application.
Okay, I'm going to put this part down and then we're going to take a look at the machine itself. Some of the points on the U630 that were important in, I guess, the decision-making process from the customer. We'll go through 5 of them, in fact, here. First one, tell me about this kind of outer ring here, Terry. What's the importance of that, and what is it?
Yeah, so what you've got is a swiveling rotary table 5-axis machine. The table surface itself is 650 millimeters diameter, but it's reducible to 500 millimeters. So you see it there in its reduced form where the outer ring is actually taken off the machine. What that really enables is you get sort of 2 different size capacities in one. So if you need to hold a large fixture on the 650 diameter format, you can put the outer ring back on there. If you need better tool access when you swivel to 90 degrees and beyond, you can remove the outer ring and then be enjoying better tool access to smaller components.
I think that's a big part here. Accessibility to parts is critical, and when you can remove that outer ring, it means you can get that spindle nose, I guess, closer to the part. Second thing I notice about this, and I'm sure you'll give me a bit more detail, Terry, is the support here on the table and the clamping element. That was quite important for them as well.
Yeah, so the initial application was aluminium, but again, looking beyond that, needing to work with steels. What you have here is a supported arrangement, so the machining stability or vibration is the same everywhere in the machine because of this support at the front. What it also has is hydraulic clamps, so on the B axis and the C axis there are hydraulic clamps that engage when they're in fixed position, so no matter what angle you're machining components at, you're in a really sort of rigid 3-axis setup environment.
And I guess that gives the customer the peace of mind that they know whatever position it's in, it ain't moving.
Exactly, yeah. So your full 5-axis simultaneous machining, obviously with the clamps off, but when you're rotated at an angle, you want to be clamped up and doing heavy cutting like you would on a 3-axis machine.
The control, now an important part of the machine from every purchase, maybe not from the guys that actually spend the money, from the people that procure it, but there's certainly the operator. They want something nice and easy to use. I picked this out as a point because I know it was important to them as well. I mean, Terry, touch screen. look at the visibility that you've got here on this control. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's the latest Siemens control, and what it allows is a heck of a lot of functionality for onboard setting, programming, operating. Everything's conversational, whether you're in manual mode or programming. You can go as far as programming 5-axis and 5-sided workpieces directly on the panel. You know, as an example, as you see there, all of the probing type functionality for tool setting, tool management, workpiece measurement is all in there. You know, a probe can come out and measure a feature and update a tool offset. It's all sort of in there for the guy that's on the machine to use. Modern's
probably an understatement. Accessibility, we'll talk about the spindle maybe in a second, but I think probably for me, one of the other big parts is your tool magazine and your overall footprint. So maybe just talk to us about those 2 points.
Yeah, so tool magazine wise, there is 32 tools as standard on the machine. This particular one has 54, and that option just changes vertically. So the actual floor space of the machine doesn't change, and you get 54 tools. So going back to that flexibility angle, you've got a heck of a lot of tool capacity without a loss of floor space.
And if we then come and stand this way, if you come and stand this way, and the cameraman will then be able to see the swarf conveyor on the end, that, I suppose, that adds to the overall size as well. It's really compact, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you'll see the optimised sort of swarf exit there on the left-hand side. You've got good coolant capacity as well with the conveyor, and that just allows you to not be adding floor space just for the sake of swarf.
You were involved in the project from start to finish. What were they really after from you as a customer? Was it just a machine? Was it guidance? Was it all of those things that I guess make up a manufacturing solution?
I think it was a well-supported entry into 5-axis machining is what it was. We had some tricky initial applications that we had to program and figure out to give a good starting point and some payback on the machine, but also that ongoing support for the flexibility of applications that the company needs in its transition into taking on more 5-axis work.
I mean, I've been here at CBE Plus now for a couple of hours. We took a walk around the machine shop. It's a really big machine shop with a lot of spindles from a lot of different manufacturers. I think their plans going forward will be to convert some of their more traditional vertical machining centre technology into 5-axis, I guess. It must be part of a programme of activities.
Yeah, there's obviously a plan in place there. You can't do everything all at once. A lot of workpieces still do lend themselves to the sort of horizontal and vertical capacity that they have, but absolutely there's opportunities to put more work through this machine and develop that sort of 5-axis mindset.